Hello, today my team and I we will be explaining a very important part of the human anatomy, which are the muscles, more specifically the upper body muscles.
The serratus posterior superior is located in the upper back, deep to the rhomboids, and its function is like elevates ribs during inspiration. The second one is the serratus posterior inferior, that is located in the lower back, deep to the latissimus dorsi, and its function is depress ribs during expiration. The external intercostals are located in the between ribs, superficial to internal intercostals, and the function is like depressed ribs during the inspiration. The internal intercostals are located in the between ribs, deeper than externals, and its function is depress ribs during the expiration. The subcostal muscles are located in the inner posterior thoracic wall, spanning multiple ribs, and its function is depress ribs, assist in expiration. And the last one is the transversus thoracis, that is located in the inside anterior thoracic wall, that is behind the sternum, and the function is depress ribs, expiration at.
The external oblique is one of the largest, most superficial abdominal muscles, located on the sides of your abdomen. It runs from the lower ribs diagonally downwards and forwards to attach to the pelvis and midline of the abdomen. It works with the other abdominal muscles to stabilize the core, to support organs, and enable twisting, bending, and pulling movements of the torso. The internal oblique is an abdominal muscle located in your side, deep to the external oblique, and superficial to the transversus abdominis muscle, extending from the lower back and pelvis up to the ribs and abdomen. Its primary function is to help bend and rotate your trunk. The rectus abdominis is located at the front of the abdomen, running vertically from the pelvic bone to the rib cage and sternum. The primary action of the rectus abdominis is flexing the trunk, allowing you to bend your spine. It also helps compress the abdominal cavity, which is important for actions such as breathing by depressing the ribs, coughing and sneezing, bowel movements, and childbirth. The pyramidalis muscle is a small, triangular-shaped muscle located in the lower abdomen, in front of the rectus abdominis muscle and within the sheath. The primary function of the pyramidalis muscle is to tense the linea alba, which helps to provide stability to the anterior abdominal wall.
Muscles of the head. There are two types. Number 1, the muscles of facial expression of the face. These allow you to move your face and show emotions. For example, laugh, frown, close your eyes, etc. All are controlled by the facial nerve septo-cranial pair. Some important ones are the frontal. The frontal raise your eyebrows and wrinkle your forehead. The orbicular of the eyes, close the eyelids. The orbicular of the lips, close and purse the lips as if to kiss. The egomatic, major and minor, they raise the corners of the mouth to smile. The buccinator helps to blow or keep the food between the teeth. The risorial stretch your lips to the sides like a forced smile. Mouth and angle the present, lower the corner expressions of sadness. That's the first type of head muscle. The number 2 is muscles of chewing. They allow you to move the jaw to chew. They are controlled by the trigeminal nerve, V cranial pair. The main ones are masseter. The masseter raises the jaw, closes the mouth. The temporal also raises and retracts the jaw. The medial and lateral pterygoid help move the jaw sideways and forward.
Deltoid, the most visible muscle that gives the shoulder its round shape. It has 3 parts, Anterior deltoid lifts the arm forward. Lateral deltoid lifts the arm to the side. Posterior deltoid moves the arm backward. Trapezius muscle. Location. Extends from the base of the skull down the neck and across the upper back to the shoulders. Main function. Upper fibers lift the shoulders and help extend the neck. Middle fibers pull the shoulder blades together. Lower fibers pull the shoulder blades downward. Rotator cuff muscles. Supraspinatus. Location. Top of the shoulder blade. Function. Starts lifting the arm to the side. Infraspinatus. Location. Below the supraspinatus on the back of the shoulder blade. Function. Rotates the arm outward. Teres minor. Location. Just below the infraspinatus. Function. Also helps rotate the arm outward. Subscapularis. Location. From the side of the shoulder blade. Function. Rotates the arm inward. Main functions of the rotator cuff. Keeps the shoulder joint stable. Helps move the arm in different directions. Prevent the upper arm bone from slipping out of the socket. Serratus anterior. Location. Along the upper ribs, usually rib 1 to 8 or 1 to 9. Connects the ribs to the inner edge of the scapula. Main functions. Hold the scapula flat against the rib cage. Prevents your shoulder blades from sticking out. Assists in raising your arm above your head. Stabilize the shoulder during pushing movements. The rhomboid muscles. There are two rhomboid muscles, rhomboid major, the larger one below the minor. Rhomboid minor, the smaller one just above the major. Location. Both lie underneath the trapezius muscles. They connect your spine to the inner edge of the scapula. Main functions. Retract the scapula, pull the shoulder blades toward the spine. Rotate the scapula downward, helps lower your arm after lifting it. Stabilize the scapula. Keep it flat and steady during arm movements. Pectoralis major. Location. Covers most of the upper chest. Connects the clavicle, collarbone, sternum, breastbone, and ribs to the humerus. Main functions. Horizontal adduction. Brings your arm across your chest. Flexion. Raises your arm forward. Internal rotation. Turns your arm inward. Assists in pushing movements. Two parts of the pectoralis major. Clavicular head. Starts from the clavicle. Helps lift the arm upward and forward. Targeted by inclined bench press or inclined push-ups. Sternal heads. Start from the sternum and ribs. Brings the arm down and across the body, targeted by flat or declined bench press. Chest dips. Location. Front part of the upper arm, between the shoulders and the elbow. The word biceps means two heads because it has two parts that come together into one tendon. Two heads of the biceps. Long head starts from the top of the shoulder joint, runs along the outer side of the arm, helps stabilize the shoulder. Short head starts from the coracoid process, a small bone protection of the scapula, runs along the inner side of the arm, assisting lifting and pulling movements. Main functions. Elbow flexion, bends the arm at the elbow. Forearm supination, turns the palm upward. Shoulder flexion, helps lift the arm forward. Brachialis, name origin. from Latin brachium, meaning arm. It is really the arm muscle. Location: lies in the anterior compartment of the upper arm, deep to the bicep. Extends from the lower half of the humerus to the upper part of the ulna. Function: primary elbow flexor flexes the forearm at the elbow joint. Unlike the biceps, it acts only on the elbow joint. It flexes the forearm in all positions of the forearm rotations. Coracobrachialis. Name origin from Latin coraco, coracoid process plus brachium, arm, meaning the muscle from the coracoid to the arm. Location: located in the anterior compartment of the arm, lies deep to the short head of the bicep brachii and superficial to the brachialis. Functions: flexion of the arm at the shoulder joint. Abduction of the arm brings the arm closer to the torso. Stabilization of the shoulder joint prevents dislocation of the humeral head during movement. Triceps. Name origin Latin tri plus ceps, heads, meaning three-headed muscle of the arm. Location: posterior compartment of the upper arm. Lies opposite the bicep brachii and brachialis, spanning from the shoulder to the elbow. Structure: the tricep brachii has three heads, long head, origin infraaphenoid tubercle of the scapula, crosses the shoulder joint, contributes to the shoulder stability. Lateral head, origin, posterior surface of the humerus superior to the radial groove. Medial head, origin, posterior surface of the humerus, inferior to the radial groove. Lies deep to the long and lateral heads. Insertion: olecranon, process of the ulna. Functions: elbow extension strengthens the forearm at the elbow joint. Long head assists shoulder extension and abduction. Anconius. Name origin from Greek ankon, meaning elbow, hence the muscle of the elbow. Location: posterior compartment of the arm near the elbow joint. A small triangular muscle located at the posterolateral aspects of the elbow, partially continuous with the tricep brachii. Structure: origin, lateral epicondyle of the humerus. Insertion: lateral surface of the olecranon process at the proximal posterior surface of the ulna. Relations: lies superficially just lateral to the tricep tendon. The radial nerve runs nearby in the posterior aspects of the elbow. Functions: assist tricep brachii in extension of the forearm at the elbow joint. Stabilize the elbow joint during pronation and supination. May help abduct the ulna slightly during forearm pronation to maintain joint alignment. Flexor group of the forearm. The flexor muscles of the forearm are located in the anterior compartment and are primarily responsible for flexion of the wrist and fingers, as well as pronation of the forearm. They are divided into three layers: superficial layer, intermediate layer, deep layer. All are supplied maintainly by the median nerve except for the flexor carpi ulnaris and the medial half of the flexor digitorum profundus, which are supplied by the ulnar nerve. Superficial layer: pronator teres, origin, humeral head, and ulnar head. Insertion: lateral surface of the radius. Functions: pronates the forearm and assists in flexion at the elbow. Innervation: median nerve. Clinical: flexor carpi radialis. Origin: medial epicondyle of the humerus. Insertion: base of the sacral and metacarpal. Functions: flexes and abducts the wrist. Innervation: median nerve. Palmaris longus, flexor carpi ulnaris. Intermediate layer: flexor digitorum superficialis. Origin: medial epicondyle and upper anterior radius. Insertion: middle phalanges of digits 2 to 5. Functions: flexes the proximal interphalangeal joints and assists in wrist and metacarpophalangeal flexion. Deep layer: flexor digitorum profundus. Origin: upper 3/4 of anterior and medial ulna and interosseous membrane. Insertion: base of the distal phalange of the digital 2 to 5. Function: flexes the distal interphalangeal joints and help flex wrists and fingers. Innervation: lateral half median nerve. Medial half ulnar nerve. Flexor pollicis longus. Origin: anterior surface of the radius and interosseous membrane. Insertion: base of the distal phalange of the thumb. Function: flexes the thumb at the uppe and MCP joints. Innervation: median nerve. Pronator quadratus. Origin: distal quadrant of the ulna. Insertion: distal quadrant of the radius. Function: principal pronator of the forearm. Stabilize distal radio-ulnar joint. Innervation: median nerve. Extensor group of the forearm. Posterior compartment. The extensor muscles of the forearm are located in the posterior compartment and are responsible for extension of the wrist, fingers, and thumbs, as well as supination of the forearm. All are innervated by branches of the radial nerve. They are divided into two layers, superficial layer and deep layer. Superficial layer are conformed by brachiodalis, extensor carpi radialis longus, extensor carpi radialis brevis, extensor digitorum, extensor digiti minimum, extensor carpi ulnaris, and anconeus, and the deep layer is made of supinator, abductor pollicis longus, extensor pollicis brevis, extensor pollicis longus, extensor indicis. Muscles of the hand. Intrinsic muscles. The intrinsic hand muscles are located entirely within the hand and are responsible for fine motor control, finger precision, and movement of the thumb and little finger. They are organized into four groups: thenar muscles, thumb side; hypothenar muscles, little finger side; lumbricals, interossei, palmar, and dorsal. Thenar muscles, located at the base of the thumb, forming the thenar eminence. Hypothenar muscles, located at the base of the little finger, forming the hypothenar eminence. Lumbricals, slender worm-like muscles of the palmar side of the metacarpals, associated with tendons of flexor digitorum profundus. Interossei muscles, located between the metacarpal bones.
Now we're talking about the 5 superficial extrinsic back muscles that connect the upper limb to the trunk and help move the shoulder and arm. The first one is trapezius. It's a big diamond-shaped muscle that covers the upper back and neck. It runs from the base of the skull and spine down to the shoulder blade and collarbone. The trapezius helps you shrug your shoulders, pull your shoulder blades together, and move them downwards. Next, we have the latissimus dorsi. It's the broad, flat muscle on your lower back. It starts from your lower spine and hips and attaches to the upper part of your arm bone. Its main job is to extend and rotate your arm inwards. Now, let's move to the levator scapulae. This muscle sits along the side of your neck. It goes from the top cervical vertebrae down to the upper part of your scapula. As its name suggests, it elevates the scapula, meaning it lifts your shoulder blade. The fourth one is rhomboid major. It's found underneath the trapezius, running from your upper spine to the inner edge of your scapula. It rotates the scapula downwards and helps keep it stable against your back. And just above that, we have the rhomboid minor. It's smaller but works together with the rhomboid major. Helps retract, rotate, and stabilize the scapula, basically supporting all those upper back movements.
So now we're going to talk about the muscles of the neck. First, we have the sternocleidomastoid that is behind the ear, and the main action is flexion of the neck and the rotation of the head to opposite sides. And we have the splenius capitis, that the main action is laterally flex and rotates head and neck to same side, acting bilaterally, extends head and neck. The levator scapulae, downward rotation of scapula, and tilts its glenoid cavity inferiorly by rotating the scapula. The middle scalene is flexed neck laterally, elevates first rib during forced inspiration. The posterior scalene flexed neck laterally, elevates second rib during forced inspiration. Then the omohyoid inferior belly depresses the hyoid bone and larynx during swallowing and speaking. Then the anterior scalene flexes neck laterally, elevates first rib during forced inspiration. The longus capitis is in charge of flexed head. The longus collar flex neck with rotation to opposite side if acting unilaterally. The rectus capitis lateralis is in charge of flex head and help stabilize it. The semispinalis capitis are neck extensions, lateral rotation, and lateral flexion. The splenius cervicis extend, laterally flex, and rotate the head and neck. The sternohyoid is the one that depresses the hyoid bone. And finally, the semispinalis cervicis are bilateral extension of the cervical spine and unilateral flexion of the neck and rotation of the neck to opposite sides.
My team and I hope that the information was clear and useful for you. Thank you all for your attention.